Welcome friends to a new session on the course School Organization, Administration and Management. In this session, we will discuss the meaning of school organization. We will also see the objectives, scope, importance, principles of school organization, and lastly we will discuss school as a social organization. Organizing, like planning, must be a carefully worked out and applied process. This process involves determining what work is needed to accomplish the goal, assigning those tasks to individuals and arranging those individuals in a decision making framework. The end result of the organizing process is an organization, a whole consisting of unified parts, acting in harmony to execute tasks to achieve goals, both effectively and efficiently. A properly implemented organizing process should result in a work environment where all team members are aware of their responsibilities. If the organizing process is not conducted well, the results may yield confusion, frustration, loss of efficiency and limited effectiveness. Meaning of organization. J.B. Sears considered organization as a machine for doing work. It may be composed primarily of persons, of materials, of ideas, of concepts, symbols, forms, rules, principles, or more often of a combination of these. The machine may work automatically or its operation may be subject to human judgment and will. According to Ellsbury, organization of a school is the administrative expression of educational theory. In the words of Rayburn, organization simply means the practical measures which we take to ensure that the system of work we use will be of the greatest possible assistance in carrying out our aims and of the greatest benefit to our children. In the words of Stead, the organization is an agency by which we achieve the desired objectives. So, organization stands for a structure, framework, system, organized body, assortment, organism, a set or collection. It is concerned with the process of regulations, forms, calendars, schedules, material equipment, libraries, laboratories, workshops, museums, art galleries, lawns, playgrounds and other facilities of work. Thus, organization has three aspects. The first one is the organization of material equipment. It involves organization of building, campus, grounds, accommodation, furniture, fittings, libraries, laboratories, workshops, etc. It implies arrangement of each physical facility in such a way that each item can be most efficiently used and no wastage takes place. Equipment will be proportionate to the number of students and nature of school programs. The second is the organization of human equipment. It involves organization of students, teaching staff, ministerial staff, experts, board of management, etc. It is the organization and mobilization of all the persons who are legitimately concerned and interested in teaching, learning and other educational activities. All the persons engaged in the task have to be organized in such a way that each member may contribute his best in the joint activity and collective responsibility. This organization has to ensure the effective and harmonious utilization of their talents and energies. The third is the organization of ideas and principles. The desirable ideas and principles are organized and translated into school systems, time schedules, norms of achievement, rules and regulations, curricular and co-curricular programs. This aspect of organization caters to policy framing, drawing up priorities, working out innovations and institutional programs for improvements and reforms. Let us discuss about the organizational process in schools. Organizations can be seen as instruments designed to achieve specified goals through coordinated action. Organizational action is supposed to generate certain outcomes, and these outcomes can and should be evaluated and compared between organizations. Organizations develop a set of norms, rules and routines that play an important role in guiding everyday action. Organizational actions reflect values, interests, beliefs and expectations that are relatively stable and persistent. Perceptions are also developed within the organization regarding how various tasks should be solved and how good results can be achieved. Organizations are capable of constant adaptation to policy signals, reactions and changes in the external environment. School organization refers to how schools arrange the resources of time, space and personnel for maximum effect on student learning. Every aspect of the instructional program will convey the values and goals of the staff towards students and their learning. Now, what is the need for school organization? School organization facilitates the achievement of organizational goals and maintaining the organization for the progress of education. The reasons for the need for school organization are constant process of change. School education is in a constant process of change. There is always a need to facilitate student learning in a specified direction in this changing process. School organization, which includes the management of teaching, planning and supervision of instruction, can help to achieve the goal of student learning. Therefore, we need school organization to achieve these goals. The second is goal development. The educational system is a subsystem of the society. Therefore, the society not only provides human and material resources, but also has certain expectations that the schools will achieve certain goals. Since society is in a constant process of change, the needs of society change and so do the goal specifications. It is essential for the educational institutions to be responsive to these changing expectations through school organization. School organization helps the teachers and others who are concerned with school education to continuously examine and evaluate the progress of education in a changing society. We shall now see the aims and objectives of school organization. The rapid expansion of knowledge, both in content of subject matter and teaching methodology, has important implications for school organization. Even though teachers are assumed to be professionally competent, they do need a highly specialized support system through school organization. School organization, being a specialized support system, should have different aims and objectives like organizing the school for a democratic living. Democracy is a government by the many. If the many are to rule themselves and not by the dictator, they must be educated first. Thus, school in the modern society becomes a place for teaching students about democratic living. Therefore, the school should be organized in such a manner that will enable the students to be inspired with a spirit of fellow feeling, brotherhood and social service. The second one is the all-round development of students. All-round development of students continuing their studies in a school is a chief aim of school education. It provides opportunities to the students for the balanced development of their personality. Therefore, it is desirable to organize a school in a manner so as to develop the physical, mental, moral and social qualities of the students. The community establishes schools with a view to serve its own purpose by providing right training for citizenship. The next is the study of the students. The students constitute an important aspect of school organization. The students' needs, hopes, aspirations, interests achievement levels and attitudes are important sources of data for developing educational goals. This need to be studied on a comprehensive, intensive and continuous basis. Such study is an important aim of school organization. Since students are a part of society, the study of students contribute to the understanding of students' needs. The next is to follow a definite procedure. In reaching a decision, school organization should spend much time on the what, the how, the when and the who. The procedure to be followed will be definite even though the results may be in doubt. All the members of the staff should be encouraged to watch the results and participate in an evaluation. The next point is the intended engagement opportunities. Intended engagement opportunities are the conditions which are developed in anticipation of the instructional process. The assumption is that the student can achieve certain behavioral objectives through a particular engagement like films and activities. These could be developed within or outside the school system. The planning and implementation for development of such activities is an important aim of school organization which involves students, teachers and administrators. Next is for curriculum change. The school is a society in miniature. To bring the school and the community closer to each other, attempts must be made for curriculum change. Curriculum change should be initiated by school organization system to enable schools to undertake innovations in certain areas. Next, to develop a permissive atmosphere. Permissiveness means personal freedom to express a point of view or an idea without fear. The person who is different is encouraged to challenge because out of that challenge comes more insight for all. Achieving this attitude is not easy. School aims at developing a permissive atmosphere. Next, to develop among teachers a sense of belonging. Teachers should feel that they belong to the group in which they work. School organization should try to provide an atmosphere of free interaction to innovate ideas for the progress of students' learning. The next point is to help with personal problems. People will grow intellectually and professionally through interactions involved in solving educational problems. But if they are deeply troubled with personal problems, their potential for growth is not released. Actions by school organization to reduce tension contributes to the progress of education. Let us now discuss some of the principles of school organization. Educational thinkers have propounded some principles for the maximum attainment of educational goals. The first one is the child-centered principle. Since education aims at the all-round development of the child, it is essential that school organization should be child-centered. As a result, it can help in developing student abilities, innate qualities, emotions, attitudes and natural traits. The school organizations should be such as to generate an atmosphere which may help the child in the development of his social, moral, physical and mental capabilities. To provide opportunity to every child for his optimum development, school activities should be properly organized. The second is the community-centered principle. One of the objectives of education is to make the child an active, useful and worthy member of the society. Therefore, along with child-centered principle, community-centered principle should be adopted in schools. School organization should keep in view the developmental needs of the children as well as the community ideals, aspirations, needs, values and culture. The third is the democratic principle. The school prepares the future citizens and inculcates democratic values in them through school activities. The principles of cooperation and coordination in the entire school system can help the students to develop knowledge about democratic living. School organization should be planned in a manner that the headmaster, the teachers, the students and other staff members work with team spirit. The fourth is the principle of optimum use of available resources. Education has certain objectives to be achieved. In order to achieve these objectives, optimum use of available resources must be made. The physical and human resources of the community should be used in such a manner that the items, money and energy are utilized effectively for proper organization of the schools. Recruitment of teachers, use of up-to-date teaching techniques, use of equipments, preparation of textbooks and construction of curriculum should be made in such a manner that they can be directed towards fulfilling the educational needs of the students and avoiding the misuse of time, energy and money. The fifth is the principle of flexibility. Society is dynamic in nature. Since education aims at developing the faculties of the child in a manner that would help in the development of the society, it becomes necessary to effect changes in school organization from time to time. The scope and importance of school organization. The scope of school organization is very vast. It includes efficiency of the institution, serving benefits of the school through practical measures, clarification of the functions of the school, coordination of the educational programs, sound educational planning and good direction, efficient and systematic execution. It provides close collaboration and sense of sharing responsibilities, organized purpose and dynamic approach. Any organization plays a vital role in the life of a human being. It plays different functions like brings efficiency, guide pupil to receive right direction from the right teachers, enables the pupil to get profit from their learning, bring coordination of the student, teacher, parent, society. It provides well defined policies and programs, favorable teaching learning situation, growth and development of human beings, make use of appropriate materials, effective development of human qualities, arrangement of the activities, efforts for attainment of objectives, etc. School is a system and its successful functioning depends on systematic implementation of certain important procedures like academic planning. Strategic planning is the process of identifying an organization's long-term goals and objectives and then determining the best approach for achieving those goals and objectives. The most important organizational function in an educational institution is planning of academic activities for an academic year, since all other activities in school organization depends on its academic activities. Academic planning includes planning and approval of academic activities for the year, introduction of new academic programs, substantial changes to existing programs, etc. The staff secretary or any senior teacher usually leads this process and he or she plans the academic programs of the concerned year through discussion with other members under the guidance of the principal. The academic plan is subjected to the approval of all the staff in specified convened staff meeting at the beginning of the year. A good academic plan evolves from self-assessment, investigation of the world of work and knowledge of the educational program that link your strengths and assets to careers in the workplace. Next is the resource mobilization. Resource mobilization refers to all the activities involved in securing new and additional resources for the school, enabling its extension, expansion and upgrading. It also involves making better use of and maximizing existing resources and to mobilize financial, physical and human resources for the support and development of infrastructure and programs. Advanced planning must be done to enhance quality of all the resources and to maximize its use. Conduct ongoing institutional assessment to identify weaknesses or gaps in capacity, structure, procedures, processes and environment as the basis for the development of improvement plans to enhance performance of the school. In conjunction with faculties and schools, develop minimum standards that reflect best practice from regional and institutional higher education institutions as benchmarks for quality performance. Facilitate the identification of appropriate performance indicators for every program and subprogram of the school as a basis for keeping track of the school's achievement in terms of its standards, goals and mission. Formulate and develop project proposals to meet priority developmental needs of the school through international and local institutional linkages. Monitor and evaluate the implementation of projects and programs that are executed and managed at the individual unit departmental level with a view to preventing or minimizing time and cost overruns while ensuring that quality project outputs are realized. Identify management information needs. Design appropriate data collection systems to support analysis and reporting requirements in order to enhance policy formulation and decision making. Contribute meaningfully and objectively to the decision making processes at various levels in the school system. The next point is the planning of curricular and co-curricular activities. Co-curricular activities, earlier known as extracurricular activities, are the components of non-academic curriculum which help to develop various facets of personality development of the students and to supplement classroom learning. For all-round development of the child, there is a need for emotional, physical, spiritual and moral development that is complemented and supplemented by co-curricular activities. The teachers must be good planners so that the different activities can be carried out systematically throughout the year to develop the student's personality as well as to strengthen the classroom learning. They should be planned effectively in tune with academic activities. Through rich and diverse programs, students should be able to experience safe, enjoyable and challenging activities which enable them to develop and grow into successful and happy young adults. Students should learn how to work collaboratively through being part of a team, whether it is a sports team, hiking in the hills, debating or playing in the orchestra. They will learn about commitment and responsibility to themselves and one another. By becoming involved and committed to co-curricular activities, it is hoped that students will learn integrity and self-discipline in coping with situations which they may not encounter in the classroom. Students will come to realize that involvement and success contributes to team spirit and allows all students to take pride in the success of the school within the community. Activities related to the kinesthetic and emotional developments of every student are an integral part of the school's curriculum. Co-curricular activities include individual and team sports such as football, basketball, table tennis, swimming, martial arts and athletics, and performing arts such as music, dance, drama, arts, crafts and yoga. Competitive, educative and entertaining events such as quiz contests, creative writing, paper presentation, debate, public speaking, talent show, educational field trips and tours, celebration of religious festivals are all part of the school. The next point is the time allocation. It is the allocation of time effectively for different activities and specific school programs. It is an important aspect of planning. Extreme care has to be taken to allot proper time for each and every aspect of the curriculum. Next is monitoring. Monitoring involves supervising the progress of actions designed according to plans. Monitoring the implementation of projects and programs that are executed and managed at various levels is essential for quality outputs. Evaluating. An organizational assessment is a systematic process for obtaining valid information about the performance of an organization and the factors that affect performance. Organizations are constantly trying to adapt, survive, perform and influence. However, they are not always successful. To better understand what they can or should change to improve the ability to perform, organizations can conduct organizational assessments. Evaluation helps determine the effectiveness of plans for both administrators and other stakeholders like teachers, staff, students and parents, and also the extended community. Evaluation is essential for obtaining valid information about the performance of an organization and the factors that affect performance. Frequent evaluation is organized for adaptation, changes and hence for survival. Feedback. Feedback focuses on detailed analysis of strengths and opportunities for improvement, subsequent action plan to address priority opportunities, insight from all levels and groups in the organization, difference in perception of performance between different levels and groups in the organization, assessment findings and score which can be used to track your improvement over time and benchmark your performance against other organizations. Let us now summarize what we have just discussed. Organization deals with making systematic arrangements so that the purpose of the entire program are achieved. The school has to function as an effective and efficient organization. Good organization ensures unity of action, efficiency, economy, optimum utilization of resources, well-being, all-round satisfaction and good results. Without proper organization, there would be confusion, chaos and haphazard activity resulting into wastage of time, effort and resources. In this session on organizational process in schools, we discussed the meaning of school organization, the objectives, scope and importance and principles of school organization. Thank you for watching this session. We will meet again with a new topic. Goodbye.